Hello. It's your man, Big Boy, Baby Boy. Welcome back to Daddy's Bingo, the weirdest show on the internet, where we have just watched Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, live here at the Alamo Drafthouse in Brooklyn, New York. Scenic downtown Brooklyn, New York on this February 13th, 2020. And what can I say about Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie? First of all, it's actually just called Sonic the Hedgehog. They didn't have the audacity to do what their forebears at Super Mario Bros. The movie did, which is put the words "the movie" into the name of their movie. Which, if you ask me, anytime there's an opportunity to put the words "the movie" into the movie name, I really wanted to go stand in front of this King Kong thing, but usually that King Kong thing is completely ignored. I don't want to step in front of it while it's being appreciated. I promised there would be some sort of a vlog starring my friends. It was a good movie. Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. We had a good time, didn't we? Did we have a good time? Yeah. And then we had a generally good time.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Well, this is what I promised on Twitter. I said if enough people wanted to see it, I would make a video about it. No, it's not. Here we go. Let's go back over here. This is where I wanted to stand, because watch this. Okay, so now it looks like I'm here in New York.
We're here in
New York, Manhattan. So this is not where the Sonic the Hedgehog the movie took place. So what did we notice in Sonic the Hedgehog the movie? There were something for the video game fans in the audience. They would like these Easter eggs of a sort, right? Isn't that how you get game likers to enjoy a film, is by just impregnating it with millions of Easter eggs?
There was a street sign for
Mega Drive. Yeah, I pointed that out very loudly because Alamo Drafthouse has they have a policy where if you text, if you talk, you get kicked out. But during today's film, all bets were off. And the front row was occupied just about purely, I'd say at least 50% of the front row was persons who flagrantly flaunted their immunity to the rules. There was a mother and her child sharing one phone, passing it back and forth, full brightness. At one point, the mother typed out a very long text message and had the keyboard sound on the phone on and at full volume. And it was an iOS phone, so it was an iOS keyboard. However, I don't know how you get that sound. First of all, I turn the keyboard click sounds off on my phone. I just always do.
I always have my phone on silent.
So I'm sure that there are alternate keyboard sounds for the iOS keyboard, right? Are there?
I don't think so.
Well, why did hers sound like a goddarn
They changed the
Lord of the Rings?
It
It sounded like a goddarn Lord of the Rings dwarf's butthole, is what it sounded like. It was this weird toilet echo sound that it was coming out of her phone. And then every time she got a reply to the text, it was making a big sound. And I was like, I'm not a narc, 100%. I've never narked on anybody. I was tempted to narc on this person. However, to the saving grace of my reputation, an Alamo Drafthouse employee showed up and implored the woman to put her phone away. And what did she do? Turned the brightness down a little bit and kept at it for the rest of the movie. Until a late moment where something happened, where she looked up and expressed vocal surprise, as though she had been paying any attention at all. So that's my review of Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, is that something happens late in the film that will cause you to look up and express vocal surprise. What is it? Can't tell you.
I don't even know what it was.
You lying.
No. Oh, no. This is not a lie.
No, I think she did make that sound.
She
but
did.
I'm not sure what the
What
thing
was it?
was.
Okay,
It was
well,
something funny.
the joke I'm going with here is that it was not really anything surprising or shocking at all. It was just a moment when she decided to come back to the film that she had paid an extreme amount of money to see at this theater that's way too expensive.
Sonic
Let's face
does
it.
eat a chili dog in the movie, but you don't see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We're talking Easter eggs. Yeah, yeah. So you don't see him eat a chili dog, though he mentions having eaten a chili dog. So, not that great. He does say, gotta go fast, and when he says it, it's at a pretty good moment.
The little girl says it a lot, too.
The little girl says it multiple times, kind of killing the joke. The Sanic makes an appearance.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. You didn't see that?
When the
Oh, yeah, the drawing. Yeah.
when the crazy man in town, Crazy Carl, who's the only guy who believes in Sonic the Hedgehog, and Sonic makes a very good line where he says, "You should change his name to Super Observant Carl."
Yeah, that was good.
The movie was full of decent, of punched up writing, quality writing, I would say.
Yeah, there were some passes.
It was it had definitely been done over with a belt sander a couple hundred times. And you know what? Why not? Right? Why not? And you got all of your stuff in there.
There's some big Batman Forever Riddler energy coming from Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's got to be his own section of this review, because Jim Carrey first of all, for a man who in real life believes that vaccinations cause autism, literally, he sure did pull off a performance where I believed he was the smartest man in the world, at least in the world as depicted in that film. So the mustache was good. All of the little tiny references to the Sonic the Hedgehog movies were good. I like how the rings were something valuable.
Talk about how Sonic is Bibby Babbit.
Sonic is he's Bibby Babbis. He's my dog. And he's very
Make
fluffy.
A video about how they're related.
Sonic and Bibby Babbis probably come from the same
They
planet.
have the same nose.
Oh, does everybody want to see my Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirt? I bought this at Target.
Today?
No, I bought this at Target like 2 years ago. I tweeted a pic of it and someone replied, this is for you, whoever you were. Someone replied, I have that same shirt. Wish I could remember where I bought it. You bought it at Target. Lord, how can you forget where you bought something? Maybe that's my problem. You know, I would never forget where I bought an object, ever.
Target's pretty memorable.
You find anything in my house, you point at it, you say, where did you buy that? I'll tell you where.
We should look at the shirts.
What shirts?
Probably have new ones.
Shirts at Target? I like the lighting here. This is good. It's not good lighting for taking a photo. It's good lighting for a vlog. Shout me out in the comments if you want me to review all movies here. I did like Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was good.
He acted like you.
What, he acted
Not
like me?
Yeah.
You know, like
No.
an evil maniac.
Yeah,
Oh, but just like a guy who
I feel
knows
like
everything?
You could be that
Are you talking about
evil
he acted like the private life version of me, not the public persona?
guy. No.
Where I talk about how much smarter I am. You know what I did for the last 2 weeks? I have spent 150 hours of the last 2 weeks doing the jobs of everyone in the office that I just quit, except
what he would say.
my own. And let me tell you, it was easy. It was so easy.
Jim Carrey just scrolled through your Twitter.
I have done, basically that's what I did. I did the audience, the management, the website layout, editor-in-chiefing. I've done everything. I'm building my own publishing empire because they just wasn't paying me enough. And they probably wasn't paying Dr. Robotnik enough either.
No, probably not.
Dr. Rob Otnick, was that his real name?
No, but they do call him Eggman.
Sonic calls him Eggman,
Yes.
as Corey Schmitz points out.
Yes.
Sonic calls him Eggman.
Because he has egg drones.
His drones are all shaped sort of like eggs, weird ceramic-y looking eggs. I liked the design of all of those critters.
And there's a really cute small one.
Oh yeah, the baby one.
Oh yeah, the big truck has a small one come out of it, and then it has a smaller one come out of that, and
Like
then
a Russian doll.
In Russia they just call that a doll. No, that's a joke. They call it a matryoshka. It's a matryoshka, okay? There are several types of dolls in Russia. They are not all the stacking type, okay? I like this backdrop. This is good. Shout me out in the comments if you'd like more movie reviews in this style.
Should we go to Target?
Oh, does everybody like my glasses? I chose.
Oh.
I have 8 pairs of glasses. I don't know why. See if you can guess why I chose these to wear while watching Sonic the Hedgehog the movie.
Give you a clue.
Like seriously, who can
The
guess?
shape and the color.
Who can guess? Shout me out in the comments if you think you know. Thank you, Alamo Drafthouse, for inviting us.
And sponsoring
They
the video.
didn't, and they're sponsoring this video. You didn't invite us. Next time you will. Okay, maybe you won't. It's okay. Alamo Drafthouse, what's a guy like me got to do to get into your, what's their monthly club thing called?
Season pass.
Season Pass? You had an ad for Season Pass before a movie over a year ago. Sitting in the theater, I sent an email. During the time before the auditorium becomes a quiet zone, I figured it was okay to send the email as quickly and immediately as possible. You have never replied to me. You said I'm on the wait list. I'm not gonna have 1 million YouTube subscribers. Though I'm gonna have like maybe 25,000, I think. Hook me up, for God's sake. I have nothing else in my life. Nothing else. Just absolutely nothing else. I want to pay $40 a month to see as many movies as I want at Alamo Drafthouse. 30? I thought it was 40. It's 30? $30? And then we can just see as many movies as we want?
Yeah, in Austin, it's only $20.
Get us 2 of them, because we're both going to get it. And we're going to see it. Corey Schmitz has already got it. I'm going to tell you what. I went to see this movie today. All I had was a Diet Cola. I don't know what brand their Diet Cola is there. It's pretty good. It's not your standard schlub Diet Coke. Is it Blue Sky? It tastes good. It's a very good diet drink. I drank 2 of them. Didn't have any snacks today. Usually love their popcorn. Didn't have snacks because it's a weekday and I don't eat snacks on weekdays. I stick to it pretty hard. My no snacks on weekdays regime that's been going for about 15 years. Because I can't stop. If I started eating snacks on weekdays, I would die probably within 2 or 3 days.
That one?
Yeah.
What else was good at that movie? They made a lot of references to other films in there, didn't they?
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, they made a whole bunch of references. Star Wars references. So that was intriguing.
There's some really intense product placement.
Oh, the product placement was actually very good.
And the Zillow one.
The Olive Garden product placement was actually was superb, I would say.
That was actually funny.
If you're gonna place a product, make it funny. Have you tried their bottomless pasta bowl?
Oh, no, it's for a grown-up.
Oh no, yeah.
They have Sonic shirts for adults.
Yeah, they sell shirts for adults. Can we find a Sonic the Hedgehog shirt? Oh, there's St. Patrick's Day is coming up, as a pair of novelty underwear just reminded me.
Graphic.
Yeah, where are they? There's usually like a big boy style section. Oh, do they have like a Big Daddy sweater here? Look at this. What is that? I mean, I saw a Chewbacca t-shirt hanging up.
Don't have that many shirts.
Usually there's t-shirts here.
Oh, here. They have it. I think
Oh my
it's
God,
the
is that actually the Sonic shirt?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, guy in my Twitter mentions, this is the Sonic shirt you have. It's here at Target, it's $12.99. Should I take this opportunity to purchase a large one that actually fits me so I can wear it outside? Because the one I'm wearing now, this may interest you, the one I'm wearing now is a 2XL. I wear it to bed. I wear it to bed when I'm traveling.
2XL?
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna wear like a tight-fitting t-shirt to bed, right? That's weird. Nobody wears a shirt that fits to bed, and unless there's something wrong with them. Is that a Baby Yoda on a shirt? I thought they said there was no Baby Yoda merchandise. Man, he was clearly just like photoshopped in here real quick.
Do you think that there's Baby Yoda in the toy section?
No, not yet. Hey, what about this? You familiar with this?
That's that clothing brand.
Look at that. What do you think in the history of logos? How good is this logo? Corey Schmitz. How good is this logo? Would you call that a world-class logo?
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous. What's better, this or the Nintendo 64?
It has a P and an S in it. Nintendo 64 is just an N.
Oh, here's
Yeah.
the Nintendo one.
Well, that's all
Oh.
there's. What? Oh, but this isn't the right Nintendo 64. This is like, you notice that this happened at some point in the 90s. We became
Yeah.
ridiculously obsessed with our t-shirts looking old the day we buy them. Why is that? Why can't we just buy a t-shirt with the PlayStation logo on it that doesn't look like somebody like thought it was a lottery ticket? Like, seriously. Why not?
I came in here and washed them all a bunch of times.
It looks like somebody just, it looks like someone wore this into the dressing room and had an itch. That's what it looks like. You want to go to the toy section? We're going to see if there's Sonic the Hedgehog toys. I'm going to carry this Sonic shirt around while we walk. So you can get this shirt. This shirt is just sold at Target. I mean, I bought it at this Target almost 3 years ago. Can you believe that? Almost 3 years ago, I bought this shirt here.
They still have it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
You see it occasionally on Twitter. Whoa, is that?
Oh, oh
That's
my
him.
god.
Wait, no, that's not Sonic.
That's Sonic Monopoly.
Wait, there's like a little timer.
Uncle Pennybags.
Yeah, let's find Sonic. Yeah, that's
Is that Sonic?
Yeah. That's Sonic too.
Yeah, that's Sonic.
Yeah, this one.
Oh
as well.
man,
This one-
King Shark?
this one's Sonic.
See, this is the Batman that they don't put in movies, is Batman fighting a shark, right? Do they have any Sonic the Hedgehog toys, action figures?
That's one.
What do you think Sonic's favorite toy would be? Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
Well, that's my review of Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie The Sonic the Hedgehog. I was really surprised
Those are real.
I was really surprised at the number of Sonic Adventure 2 references in the movie. Someone's gonna have to tell me what I'm talking about. I think that's just about all we've got time for tonight. It's time for me to go home and go to bed. I'm gonna
Look at the
hit
dog
myself
now.
until I'm unconscious. We gotta say hello to the dog when we get home. See, that's a sort of a joke because you can't stop saying hello to the dog once he starts saying hello to you. He just won't stop.
Oh yeah, look, it's Sonic.
It's a blue dog, that suffices as Sonic. If only we could get a good squeaky, crinkly Sonic to give to the Bibbly Babbler back home. Well, that's all we have time for tonight here on Daddy's Bingo.
It was weirdly not bad,
What's not?
the movie.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't. Okay, well, we're actually okay. Let me rescind my previous statement about how that's all we have time for tonight. I actually do think it was a pretty good movie. People talk about video game movies, right? And they say they're all bad. That's one thing they say. And then another thing that everyone says, or at least they said for a long time, was that the Mortal Kombat movie is quote unquote the best video game movie. That is ridiculously wrong. The Mortal Kombat movie is just a hideously insipid reduction of like Enter the Dragon with a little bit of hokey fantasy stuff and some decent music. All the fights are real bad. All the fights are real bad in the Mortal Kombat movie. And if you're gonna make a martial arts movie with fights in it, make at least one good one. Period. That one had no good fights. I actually kind of like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the completely bonkers, awful direct-to-video quality sequel, better than I like the first one. Maybe there's something wrong with me? Of course there is. You want to talk about movies that are based on video games that aren't bad? The Detective Pikachu was okay. Is Sonic the Hedgehog the best one?
Sonic more than Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, so you heard it.
Pikachu more than Sonic.
You like Detective Pikachu more? Well, 2/3 supermajority. I think Sonic the Hedgehog was better than Detective Pikachu.
Wow.
Detective Pikachu was denser. It had more.
No, I
More-
would say it's the opposite because it just feels like so watered down in the middle.
Well, I mean,
part.
it was denser visually. It had more content in it.
I don't know,
right?
They had like about 12 Pokemon, and they just.
Yeah, they just kind of kept. Well, I think how many Pokemon were there in there? 30. I think there was something like 30 different Pokemon were shown in it. Oh, is that Sonic? Oh, we found Sonic. If you would like Sonic, you should check out Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania Plus, available on your Nintendo Switch. If only there was a blue Nintendo Switch Lite, you should play it on that. Oh wait, there is. That's not Sonic Blue though. Can you imagine having Sonic Mania Plus on a Nintendo Switch Lite? That would actually be a real good way to play that game. Thinking about that, it seems tasty.
I should do that.
Brings you.
I have it on PS4. I should get it on my Switch Lite though.
Yeah, get it on your Switch Lite. It's $19.99 or whatever.
I have it in my fanny pack.
You have a Nintendo Switch Lite in your bag?
Is it yellow?
Let's take a look at your Switch-O.
It is yellow. Oh my god, look at this case.
Let me see it. Pry it open.
Oh my god, this case is so nice.
It makes it less
You
light
just
though.
play it like this.
Nintendo makes that case.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like an eyeglasses case.
I know.
It's so cool.
Where do you get this official Nintendo
I want
case?
a yellow one.
Nintendo.com.
Oh, NDC.
Does it come in other colors? Wait, it's over here?
No, the case. No,
Oh, the case?
the case.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just this color.
Anyway, you get Sonic Mania on that. That is a goddamn good time, I would say. I would say that's a brain blasting good time to have Sonic Mania on that Switch Lite. Because it would bring me back to the old Game Gear days, you know? I mean, I have Sonic Mania on my regular Nintendo Switch, so I'm not.
But it's not as.
Yeah.
It's probably about the same size as a Game Gear.
Yeah. Game Gear sucked. I had a Game Gear. I'm gonna be straight up honest with all of you. Game Gear sucked. It sucked when I had it. Anyone who tells you that they loved the Game Gear, that the Game Gear was better than the Game Boy, that person is probably a murderer. Like a real one. Like they've probably killed before and they probably will kill again. The Game Gear is a battery drinking brick machine with subpar video games of low quality. A Sonic Funko Pop. Funko Pops, the first year creative writing class equivalent of
This is darker.
Oh, it's darker. I got mine from Japan.
character designs.
Oh yeah, it's probably better.
Is that by Nintendo, for Nintendo?
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
It's BNFB.
That's pretty quality, my
That's
friend.
the last one.
No, it's not.
Oh
Looks
wait,
like there's
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Two of them discarded.
I lied.
And that is a
But
good
it's
looking
not like
case.
the best case, like compared to these ones.
What's the full name of it? It's Nintendo Switch Lite flip cover and screen protector.
There's more.
Is this Richter Belmont? I went to GameStop yesterday and I took a bunch of stuff I didn't want anymore. And one of the things I didn't want anymore was one of these PowerA controllers.
I think it's
And
just
the GameStop guy said, "We don't take those." Just on site, he said, "We don't take those." So we're gonna have to push it into a dumpster later.
What's that?
Is it a charger?
I think that's all we have time for today on Daddy's Bingo. Or is it? What else were we talking
Oh,
about?
I want to play this game.
No, you don't. No. Put that
Hey,
down.
it's all sold out. There aren't any more copies left.
They can probably sell you the
This is the
display
last
copy.
one.
Let's see. What is it?
I want to play as The Rock.
Is that actually The Rock?
Yeah, and Jack Black. Does he make the jokes in game?
Did you see the second one?
No, we just saw it
I
first.
didn't see either.
Oh, okay.
Well,
First
well,
we
you
saw-
know-
I fell asleep
Technically
towards
the
end.
second.
They did something
There's the
wrong.
original 90s.
Wait, look at that spam.
They
What?
did something. They did something real bad with the Jumanji movie. I'm gonna tell you what it is. That new Jumanji movie with The Rock, they had it as digital purchase only. You could not rent it until like the week before the new one came out. They should not have done that. No, rent like on all the digital services. Because we rent movies on iTunes and watch them on there, right? So, like, if it had been rental like a year before the new one came out, we might have seen it and we might have gone to see the new one. But we didn't because it wasn't. So, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, if you're listening, a business tip for you. Tell them that the no rental thing didn't really work out. Not for me, anyway. Anyway. So wait, we're trying to rank the canon of video game movies. I'm going to say again, Like the Washington Post, I consider Super Mario Bros. The movie, This Ain't No Game, the movie, a blast. That's the famous poster quote. It says, "It's a blast," the Washington Post.
I like the Dead or Alive movie.
Dead or Alive movie is pretty wild. I mean, we're straying from the, because we can also say, oh, but the Japanese animated Street Fighter II movie is
Phoenix
good.
Wright movie.
Oh,
Have
the
you seen
Phoenix Wright movie's awful.
No, it's so good.
No, it's terrible. The Phoenix Wright movie is an exercise in fetishism. The Yakuza movie's real bad as well. No offense
Are
to
those
it.
both Miike movies?
Yeah. You know, I got a thing with Takashi Miike. Like, I mean, he's all right, but the guy's made like 200 movies, you know? He's made over 100 movies at this point. He makes like 12 movies a year. Okay, maybe not 12 a year. Most of them are just like trash. He's definitely a part of the problem, director. And none of his actual art can forgive him. I mean, is that the word? Is that the right word? Save him. 13 Assassins, yeah, the movie was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was derivative, but it was good. I like a good derivation every now and again.
Wow, look, this doesn't. It only says Valentine.
Yeah, what does it have to do with Valentine's?
Yeah.
Paper activity Valentine? Let me see, flip it back over.
This is amazing.
That's trash. Are you gonna get those Sonic the Hedgehog pajamas for the Bibby Babbis?
It's Babbis.
Oh my God, it's Babbis.
No, this is
big
this is an inferior Babbis.
Bobbis.
A Bobbis.
Bobbis.
Bobless. Watch this.
Still.
Ew, where does it go? So you have to censor.
So this is something about Target in New York. I feel like this is a distinctly New York Target feeling, is just legions of empty shelves. And then stuff placed in weird places. Like, what is this? It just feels like like a theme park version of a Target built on board a cruise ship. It doesn't feel like a real Target. In that way, nothing in New York that you might recognize if you're from, for example, the Midwest, and if you live and dwell, and drink and breathe, and eat and feast daily or nightly in the Midwest, it might shock you when you approach something you consider to be an equivalent to an element of your everyday lifestyle in New York. You walk into a New York Target, and it's just feels wrong. The Target in Atlantic Avenue is the perfect example. I feel like most of the shelves are empty most of the time. It's better, but it's smaller and it has less stuff, right? Which is like such a sad coincidence that it has less stuff, but it's better. Is that a chia pet? Chewbacca, decorative planter? Oh, crikey. Okay, let's not make a DeBabbis product of everything.
I don't know.
We need to let the creature live before we start commoditizing his existence. DeBabbis needs to be at least 1 year old.
I wouldn't sell it. It'd be just
Did you get a new pan?
a new pan. Oh my God,
The
yeah, I got
Lodge.
3. They sent me 3.
Yeah, it was very
It's
strange.
like the handle. It arrived with the handle broken off.
And I believe that's all we have time for tonight on Daddy's Bingo. Is Sonic the Hedgehog the best video game movie of all time?
Glasses?
Is it better than Double Dragon? Is it?
I've never seen Double Dragon the movie.
You've never seen Double Dragon the movie? Looks like we're gonna have to light up Dub Drag at my house at some point. I think Dub Drag is all right, actually. It's awful, but I love it. Much like Super Mario Bros. The movie, even if it lacks what
This looks like a Victorian.
what polished, punched-up pacing you selfishly expect from a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, even if it lacks all of that, there's something fun in there. All can find something to enjoy in Super Mario Bros. The movie,
Glasses.
and maybe even in Double Dragon the movie. I gotta go. I'm gonna turn this off. This is good. This is almost exactly 30 minutes. This is the length
Are you
that
sure
people
it's
like. Goodbye.